Okay, so we finished editing a page and also its title and editing the section title. So the next step, after changing the title, what we're going to do, add a resource. Right, before you go on to the resource part, you really have to understand a couple of bits of basic HTML, and these are covered in these next two screens. The first one's about links. So if you look at this sort of blue underlined text, that's a hyperlink, which is jumping to our website, www.soft.com. Now, if you look at the HTML script, which is the underlying script that tells the browser how to represent text or images or any kind of media, you would see this code here. And just to interpret that, there are two parts to it. There's a tag at the start here and a tag at the end here. Now, the text in between is what appears on screen. And these two tags, the start and the end tag, tells the browser what to do with this text. And in this case, what it's saying is that the A stands for this being some kind of link. The href tells the browser that when someone clicks on this link, it takes them to this screen here, www.soft.com. So that's the underlying code that represents this. Now, there's one addition that we talked about targets before, and you can add. Oh, look at that! There's an error here. That's good. Okay, I caught that. Some missing quotation marks there. Good, I'll save that. You won't notice that when we're doing the training today. So href, this is the screen that we're jumping to, but you need to add this target equals quotation marks underscore blank quotation marks inside this first tag. And what that does is tells the browser to open up the screen, the new page in a new window. So that's very important that you add that in. So that's a link. The second thing you want to look at is horizontal rules. This is much easier. But this simple tag here, HR, enclosed in these sort of greater than, less than signs, and the slash, creates essentially just a straight line, a horizontal rule. Okay, those are the two parts that you need to remember in order to create your kind of resource terms. So if we go to the authoring screen here, we actually make use of the glossary function within Udutu. Not quite in the way that it's meant to, but we just use it as a resource screen. So where it says Edit Glossary at the top of your authoring screen, if you click on that, opens up a new window. And with a glossary, as you would expect, every time somebody adds a new glossary item, so presumably definitions really, it gets added to the library of definitions. And these grow over time and they're collected from all of the courses that are created in Udutu. So if we go to our course here, you can see I've got the resources tab, and if I click on it, oh, that's that's not actually right. Wow, it's linking to something different. Slight bug in the theme, I would think. But basically, when you click on that just now, it would appear as if it was empty, because there are no resources associated with the course. And why that is when you look at this course glossary, in order for an item to appear within your resources, you have to check it here and then click on save. Otherwise, it won't appear. But just to quickly show you how to add to the glossary, if you want to create a new resource, I'm just clicking add to glossary. The phrase is really the title of the thing you want to add. I think actually in the PowerPoint, what I do is I show you some text to add in. So here we go. Here's Hercules. Let's copy that and put it into my glossary. Okay, Hercules. Now, I've got a bit of description of the term, which is useful to add to your glossary, so I'll just add that in. Just paste it here. Equally, you can make this slightly larger to see. Now, this link is the hard bit, because with the link, you can't paste the link directly into the glossary, because if you do, it just appears like that. And it's not active, it's just the basic text, so people can't click on it. So what you have to do is look at the rule we looked at earlier for links, and we have to create this kind of line, except with our target statement, where we write in the address that we're jumping to, and we write in some text that appears on the screen. It's usually better not to use the raw URL, this address here, because if you've got a very long URL, it's kind of meaningless, especially if you're reading it through a screen reader. If you want to access www.134/publish/1812/ those URLs can go on forever, and people can't really tell what they mean. Whereas if it's text, then you can write something descriptive of what the link is, of where it's going to go. Where else is not a very accessible term, by the way. So if we go back to the glossary here, now that'll be hard to see, so maybe I'll just type it into this part here. So back. This is going to make for a long video, but basically what I'm going to type in is ahref equals. Now I want the HTTP is important. I'm going to send it to, I don't know, w dot. This is not the right link, but you get the idea. Wonderdog.com. Close it. I need to type in. Oh, see, PowerPoint is adding in those things for me. So let me just remove that hyperlink. Sorry. PowerPoint's trying to be helpful. Target equals underscore blank. That opens the browser in a new window. I'm going to close this part. Now I need text to explain where that's going to go. So I'm just going to type in Wonderdog. And I'm going to close the tag, which is a \a. Tells the browser I've got to the end of my link. So there's the line. You'll be able to work it out from there, what you need. So I'm going to copy that, go back to my glossary screen, and instead of that link there, I'm going to use that text, href. Now, at the very end, I'm asking you to put in a horizontal rule, this hr \, which draws a straight line. The reason you do that is that otherwise all of the links just appear in a continuous stream of text. The HR line simply breaks up all of the individual entries. Now this one's called Hercules, so if I save it, if I go back to my glossary here, you'll see that Hercules appears. This is all listed alphabetically. There you go, Hercules, you can see. And you can see that the link is now Wonderdog rather than that URL. So that's translated the code perfectly. And there's my little horizontal line underneath. Now, just remember that items that appear in the glossary appear in the same alphabetical order. So if I click on Hercules here and I click on Save, then that's going to appear in my resources as a single item for Hercules. If I were to click on information literacy here, Hercules would be first, information literacy would be second. If I was to click on health and safety executive, again, that would come first, Hercules would come second. The only way you can really affect the order of your items is if you put numbers at the start of these resource items. Some of the courses have done that, some of the courses haven't. It's just a personal call. Okay, so once we save that, it's saved, Okay, can close it, back to the authoring screen, and that's us edited our glossary. And the video's gone on for a bit longer than I intended, but if you previewed the course again, remember every time you make these changes, you have to preview the course again by going into distribute and to actually see the changes be affected. Okay then, right.